main thing that we've been doing throughout these couple weeks is it's not to get to know just the new teams that are qualifying, but also to get to know the teams that were seeded in through the Major League Championship Series that took place earlier this month. We've been interviewing with people like with Fulcrum, with people from Simp, and now tonight we have Colby Brooks, the team captain of Simple Tankers, and who better to conduct an interview? The man, the myth, the legend, actor, host of Shifting Gears, Clutch. I was going to say Clutch, but that's the coffee shop.
No, that is a great coffee shop, by the way. Junior, looking fantastic, my friend, a.k.a. Colby Brooks. That's what your parents call you. How do you feel, first of all, being one of the invited teams?
Pretty good. It's kind of surreal, but slowly getting used to it. I mean, I got a few more weeks, so.
And during those weeks, have you guys been prepping? Have you been doing pretty well in your type of preparation for getting ready against these other teams? I mean, you guys are part of Team Simp. I mean, you're part of the Simp clan. Mm-hmm. Are you going to scrimmage with them? Is that a little bit difficult that you're one of the invited teams to scrimmage with each other? How do you guys plan your practice for the league?
So right now we're practicing with a lot of the top teams, Fulcrum, Simp Main. The other teams we're trying to work in practices, but we're definitely looking at the best talent out there, so we have a good idea of what to expect when we go into those really hard matches. We're trying to set up to win the really hard matches and not the 50% of the time sort of deal.
Have you been watching any of the teams working their way through the qualifiers, either the qualifier number 1 or qualifier number 2 this week?
Every week, actually. So a lot of excitement, a lot of good matches. I think some of the teams in the qualifiers are possibly better than what we might have in the invitations right now. From what I'm seeing, they're really stepping up their game, and it's pretty exciting.
Now, one of the questions I asked last night to one of the team leaders is how this has affected their real life via schedules, jobs, school, etc. So many people that play World of Tanks haven't been fully exposed to the life of esports athletes, as we've seen in other games. Mm-hmm. How has your life been affected? How has your team life been affected via schedules or anything else in your guys' personal lives?
I think it's probably more of a shock to the rest of the team. I've been kind of semi-professional before, and I've been doing game programming for most the past, I would say, 6 years. So that's kind of, games are kind of what I do, and that's not really any different. So for me, it's pretty much the same, but a lot of my team has had a lot of cold shock trying to get into practices lately. They're kind of getting used to it, thankfully, really quickly, but it's not been the easiest process.
I'm going to send you over to one of your former, well, I can still say current teammates. Rukil, you had a question for Junior.
Yeah, Junior, I have to ask, what do you think is the strongest part of your team? Do you guys think you're going to do well on open maps or perhaps city maps with heavy tanks? Are you guys the best brawlers, or are we going to see you guys bring out the best scout?
Well, what's kind of awesome about that question being asked is 2 days ago I thought before practices that we were much better in the city, and it turns out that with a couple different roster changes that I've had to make, we're actually better in the field of proc or steps. So it's going to be a little bit of a change over the next few weeks, trying to get used to having better scouts and brawlers. But previously I would have said, 2 days ago, I would have said we were better brawlers, and I would have loved to say that we loved Ensk a lot more than steps, but I think that might change.
Do you think
I think that we have the scouts.
Do you think, can you drop me a name or two on who to look out for as the best scout NA?
Best scout? Well, that's you, Ruko. Come on.
Thank you.
Best
Thank
dancer, band.
Compliment fished.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we don't, no contest to that. No contest.
What about best dancer, NA?
Yeah, that's Ruko also. I mean,
Oh, man.
Well, you're dropping compliments on me, but I want to look out for people who actually... I want to know on your team, though. I want to know who I'm going to look out for when you guys are playing. So you got to tell me. I know I'm the best, but who's going to be second or third best?
Kill Panic is really coming out of his show, and James Gang, I would have loved to have him on WGLNA, but he is part of the team. He was on NVIDIA. He is a fantastic scout. So, with respect to WGLNA, I would say Kill Panic is going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Very nice. It's good to hear. I love hearing about people who are great potential scouts. So I'm looking forward to that.
And I mean, always try to look out for me. I mean, I'm really, really good at dying. That's what I'm best
You
at.
are possibly one of the best.
You actually have a couple things listed over there. It says you doesn't afraid of relics. Now, is that the team or the player? Because
The player.
okay, the player I heard has top APM in his artillery, and
Yeah.
he's
Relics.
really
Relics is bad at artillery. And his
There's-
teammates will tell you. They will tell you all the time how bad Relics is.
Fulcrum, I think it's a public ploy to get people comfortable, and they tell you that Relics is bad, but he's twice in a row in live matches one-shot my tanks, and then just a couple days ago in practice we're on Proc again, and he started one-shotting my tanks. So I had a lot of disgruntled players in my channel.
well. I was teaching him a little bit of StarCraft. That's why, and he raises APM from 3 to 6. So
Oh, dear.
That's right. You can click a little faster.
he's getting pretty crazy, but I'm looking forward to.
Don't make him a faster clicker, please.
He only needs one click, according to you.
Yeah, it's pretty devastating apparently when he's against us. Maybe it's maybe he feels threatened or something. He has to take us out.
Junior, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here real quick. Final number of questions. First off, how excited are you about the announcement when it was officially announced about WGLNA? What does this mean for the North American players in your words?
Everything, I would say. It was needed for a long time, and hopefully it sticks around because it's something that I like, and hopefully it's something that the viewers and the other players like.
And finally, shout-outs, any mentions that you would like to give, and where can people see more information about your team?
Simpgaming.com, of course. We're on Twitch, Twitch TV /simp_gaming. Shout-outs, I would have to say Dark Lancer, I love you, of course. And Cybrin, thanks for always co-commanding and sticking around.
All right, Colby, thanks so much for joining us. And as always, for all the team captains, we're going to be sending you a Logitech camera. It's a webcam that you can have. You got a pretty face, man. We want to see it even more clear, and we're going to send that to all the team captains. So when we have the league play, we can see you guys go head-to-head and have some challenging words. You know what?
Ooh.
I'm going to do this because Greetorp wants me to ask this.
Thank you.
Do you have any challenging words for your opponents for the upcoming
No,
league?
controversial.
Controversial
Must be
words.
controversial words.
See, I was watching Mac's interview, and he said 7 Tog 2s, Tog 2s. And I want to challenge anybody to take us on to 7 S51s on Himmelsdorf.
Wow. All right, we might have to make that a show match. All right, Colby, thanks so much for joining us, and best of luck to your team in the league play.
Thank you, guys.
And also, Colby is fantastic at making UI mods, guys.
That's right. He did ours.
He did. He
Yes.
did. Fantastic job, by
A lot of
the
people
way. Thanks
wondering
so much, Colby.
how it got so pretty. Why is WGLNA the best production? Well, that's possibly because of Kobe.
It's
So
a
thank you very
product of
much,
his.
Junior,
Yeah,
for all of your work on our UI. Thank you guys for tuning in again. That was Colby Brooks, captain of Simple Tankers. You can catch more of him and his team and see if he can actually follow up on all of his challenging words on July 11th when league play begins for 3 weeks and into the finals on August 17th and 18th.